Hi, I'm Nurse Karen, and today we're going to be talking about some ways that we can keep your baby safe. One way is to protect your baby from sudden infant death syndrome. Sometimes that happens and that's an unexpected thing, but today we'll talk about ways that we can decrease the incidence that this would occur with your baby. The number one way that you can protect your baby is by creating a very safe sleeping environment for your baby. And we do this by always remembering to put our babies on their backs when they sleep. This includes at nap times and at nighttime. We always want to put our babies on a firm, flat sleeping surface, such as a mattress. A lot of times, new moms like to put lots of pillows and blankets in the baby's bed, sometimes even toys, because when we sleep, as grown-ups, we like to sleep with a lot of pillows and blankets, and that makes us sleep a lot more comfortably. But with babies, it's very important that you remember that they will be comfortable if we start them off sleeping on their backs only and never be tempted to let them sleep on their tummies or their sides. As new moms, when we come home from the hospital, we may be sitting on the couch and we will be tempted to let our babies take a nap beside us on the couch and lay them beside us on their tummies because we feel we can watch them while they sleep. But this is not a good idea either. We always want to position our babies on their backs because what will happen, the baby will get used to different sleeping positions and it will be harder to make your baby sleep on their backs if you do that. So always remember, only on the back. We also want to be sure that everyone who takes care of our babies, whether it's dad, grandma, or a friend, knows that you need to place the baby only on his or her back when they sleep. For the first 6 months of your baby's life, you would want to keep the baby in the same room with you while they sleep. Ideally, it's good to keep the baby in the same room with you for a full year, but at least 6 months is recommended. But even though they're in the same room with you, remember they need to sleep in their own sleeping area, their own crib or bassinet. Remember, babies need to sleep on a firm, flat surface, so never in your bed, always in their crib. For instance, look at this baby. There are no toys, no blankets that cover the baby. A good rule of thumb to remember is to dress your baby in the same layers of clothing that you would dress in. For instance, if you dress in pajamas and a blanket, your baby would sleep in pajamas and a blanket sleeper. Remember, don't cover your baby's head or allow the baby to get too hot. How would you know if your baby's getting too hot? Well, you look for signs such as sweating, or you feel his chest and make sure that the chest does not feel hot to touch. As you make your gift registry for your new baby, always consider 2 items that you want to have purchased new. That would be your car seat and your crib. The reason for this is because cribs and car seats often have manufacturer recalls for safety reasons. You always want to make sure that you have that information available so that they can contact you if your item should be recalled for safety. The CDC and the American Academy of Pediatrics also recommend some other tips to keep your baby safe. These things would be to make sure you don't smoke or use illegal drugs or alcohol when you're around your baby. Also, if at all possible, breastfeed your baby. Breastfeeding reduces the risk of SIDS greatly. Also, if you're pregnant, please remember, do not smoke while pregnant. That increases the risk of sudden infant death syndrome in infants. Keep in mind that your baby will begin to roll over around 3 or 4 months of age. To reduce the risk of SIDS when your baby does begin rolling over, what you can do is place your baby on its tummy while it's awake and allow it to play under supervision. So while you're there with your baby, you may position your baby on its tummy and let him play. Allowing for tummy time lets your baby strengthen his head, neck, and back muscles so that he can lift his head up and turn his head from side to side to prevent SIDS. If you all have more questions about SIDS and keeping your baby safe, please see the cdc.gov. That's cdc.gov for more information. Another website that you can reference about creating a safe sleep environment for your baby is nichd.nih.gov.